Kia ora Star Wars fans, welcome to Middle-Aged Kiwi Man collecting Star Wars figures. Behind me I have a whole bunch of carded figures, but this video is actually about loose figures. A loose figure arrived today from eBay. It's one that I've been looking for a long time, and it was quite expensive, so I thought I would rank my top 3 most expensive loose figures and show you what they are. And not only that, I constructed this sweet as podium specifically for this video, so I mean, it's going to be awesome, obviously. Check it out. Right, here is my specially built podium specifically for this video. As you can see there, the MAKMCSWF lettering looks a little bit like a ransom note, but whatever. And some of you Eagle Eye viewers may recognise the letters and numbers are actually from the Disney Parks Build-A-Droid, and you get a little set of letters and numbers so that you can name your own droid. Very cool. A few years ago we were at Disneyland. My son named his Beepy Boop, which is pretty cool. Anyway, let's get into it. So these 3 figures I've bought loose from eBay, so they came all the way from America. I bought them at different times, and they're 3 that I just definitely wanted in my display, and they're very hard to come by now, and that is why they are so expensive. But anyway, the 3rd most expensive loose figure in my collection . So here he is. It's Boobo Frog Dog. He's just so prominent in the Jabba's Palace scene, and I couldn't have my Jabba's Palace display without him. I think he is absolutely gorgeous, so he is in my 3rd spot as my 3rd most expensive loose figure that I have bought. Okay, getting into 2nd spot. Switching from Jabba's Palace now to the Mos Eisley Cantina. This is a Cantina patron, and he was the last guy that I needed to complete my set of Cantina patrons. He's very hard to come by, and I made a video about him before. It is Rick Calfas. He's a fantastic figure. He's from the Legacy line. That face sculpt is pretty awesome. The articulation doesn't really hold up to the standards of today, but to be a patron in the Cantina, he does enough, and he looks fantastic. And look, even if they brought him out again on the vintage collection, I wouldn't mind so much. I got him, he was a little bit cheaper because he didn't come with his accessories. He has a gun and a glass, but I've got plenty of glasses, plenty of guns. I didn't really need them, I just really wanted the figure. So he's in my 2nd spot. So my newest loose figure that I bought off eBay, and the most expensive, so takes that crown. Again, we're going back to Jabba's Palace, and this is a character from the Legacy collection as well. Many people have said just go ahead and repack it in the vintage collection, but I kind of disagree. Anyway, I'm really happy to have this guy finally. It is Duran. So Duran has a wonderful head sculpt. Let's have a look. And the paint job's really cool. The detailing on his outfit is really cool. Even a bit of extra silver paint on his vibro staff, but the articulation just doesn't match up to today's standards. Basically, he does have a knee joint, but you can barely bend it because of the way his pants are sculpted. He's just going to look awesome standing there. He now takes the gold medal position for my most expensive loose figure, and there are my top 3 most expensive loose figures. So there is Duran with a couple of his mates. So we've got Wolf there on the right hand side, which I think is one of the greatest vintage collection figures, certainly of the 1.0. This is an original 1.0, and check out that face sculpt. And the painting there, and his little fluffy skirt. We'll be picking up another one of those. And then we've got Klaatu, played by Billy D. Williams' son. This is from Vintage Collection 2.0. And then we've got Duran. And again, fantastic face sculpt. So they're really, really nice figures. Obviously, the newer ones have better articulation, and maybe that's why Hasbro isn't re-releasing this in the Vintage Collection, because maybe they think they'll get a bit of flack if they put out a figure with dated articulation. They have said they have access to all the Legacy Collection molds, but we haven't seen any re-releases of that era, so who knows what's going on. So that's it, that's the end of the video, but please let me know in the comments below what you think of these figures, whether you think any of them should be repacked, but also let me know what's your most expensive loose figure that you got, or the hardest one to find. I don't need to know the price, but I'm just interested in which ones are like really going up in value and harder to find. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm middle-aged Kiwi man collecting Star Wars figures. Ka kite, and I'll see you on another video.